You see, when a woman is detached from a guy, it's easy to manipulate a guy when you don't care about him, right? Isn't it easy? It's very easy to control a guy when you don't care about him. But when you care about the guy, all of a sudden your powers go away and you become the one who can easily be manipulated. And at the same time, you sort of lose that extra attractive punch, that edge that the guys whom you don't like see in yourself, right? And it causes high value men to not respect you that much. So this is what you got to do, right? The first thing is you got to have a list of things you will and will not accept from men. That's going to set the that's what's going to set the momentum. In other words, that's what's going to give you that strength of character. This is what I mean, right? I have certain things I will and will not accept from women, right? There are some things that if you do, I'm gonna play you. I'm gonna fucking play you. See what I'm saying? There are some things if you do certain things to me, I am gonna play you, right? And if you're, if, for example, like if women are 30 minutes late on a date, I just leave. Like honestly, if you're gonna be 30 minutes late, let's just do it some other time. If a woman is always gonna talk about her ex to me, I'm gonna tell her, look, man, like I prefer for you not to talk about your ex around me, right? To the point that if she keeps doing it, I'll leave, right? If a woman wants to start an argument and be disrespectful in my house, I'll tell her to leave until she calms down, right? Like you gotta have things based on your past that you found disrespectful that you're not gonna let repeat again. You see what I'm saying? You gotta have things in things that people that you say to yourself, if this person does this, I will leave. If this person does that, I will leave. And think back in your life. Think in moments when you got manipulated. Think in the moments in your life when you got played. And remember, what were the first signs that you were about to be played? What were the first signs that somebody is about to make you look like a fool? Look for the first signs, right? What were how was this person acting? How was this person demeanor? And make a memory bank about it, right? And just the and just vow to never let that happen again. In other words, if I see this, I will do this, and have a list of consequences. If a guy wants to dump you, right? If a guy wants to dump you and take you back, you can't let that happen. So you could say that if a guy dumps you once, in order to get back to me, you gotta lick my toes, motherfucker, man. Like some guys out there will make women lick their asses, all right? Some guys, me, if a woman leaves and wants to come back, she's gonna have to do something to make it up to me. She's gonna have to. You can't just leave me and come back and do nothing. You can't just come back like nothing happened. You're gonna have to make it up to me somehow. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna have to make it up to me. So having this kind of mindset as a guy, I could sense your strength. As a guy, I could sense that, like, I could sense that there are limits. I could sense that. I could sense your boundaries. And when people feel your boundaries, their respect for you rises. It's just what it is. Their respect for you rises when people sense your boundaries. You see what I'm saying? And that's all you gotta do, man. You gotta have, because this is what happens, man. If you don't have this, if you don't, by the way, I have, today's the last day to get 20% off my online courses. Only for Valentine's Day. There's a discount down below. This is what happens, man. If you don't do this, your decision making will be based on emotions. You're gonna make your decisions based on emotions, right? And what's gonna happen once you do that, once you make your decisions based on emotions, all of a sudden you become easily manipulated, because the manipulator requires you to be emotional in order to manipulate you. You see what I'm saying? So what you want to do is have the utmost rationality, and you develop rationality through thinking long term, through analyzing the past, through strategizing for the future. That's how you develop rationality, through analyzing the past and strategizing for the future. It'll give you that relaxation. It'll give you that calmness, because you know where you're going, because you made a plan. You analyze the past and you know where you're going into the future.
And the reason for this is because of this. When I would, for example, when I would talk to a girl, I would see her, and in my mind, I'm like, fuck, I want her, right? High intention, right? I want her. I have my desire for her, high intention. But then the attachment comes from depending on your mentality, right? you're going to have high attachment if you're trying to find happiness in the interaction, right? So when you're talking to the girl, and in this case, when you're talking to the guy, you're going to be talking, but underneath your conscious awareness, there's an underlying thought of, I want this to work. Because if it works, it means I'm going to leave feeling better about myself. So because of that, it causes you to be attached to the outcome. You become fearful, you become more insecure, and you begin to see things that are not even there, right? So what happens? Your personality changes because you feel like your emotional state is at risk if the guy doesn't like you back, because you're gonna feel shitty. So you're gonna have high intention, high attachment. High intention, low attachment is this: fuck, I want him, or fuck, I want her, but it's okay if she doesn't want me because I have other sources of happiness. So that means I'm gonna have high intention. Yo, what's up, girl? How you doing? I'm gonna be persistent, but without the neediness, without the gravitational pull for her to be in my life to make me happy. And that's where the problem lies, where you convolute your desire for a guy, for your desire to be happy vicariously through him. You see, and so, but the key to this is this: is not changing your mentality from high intention, high attachment to high intention, low attachment, but to be aware of the pattern first. The key is not to change it. The key is to notice the pattern. Notice yourself looking for happiness in men. Notice yourself looking for satisfaction in men, right? And when you do that, when you bring awareness to it, the pattern stops. You see, the key is to simply notice the pattern. As soon as you become aware of the pattern, those patterns don't control you no more because you weren't aware of it in the past. You see, a lot of times we're not aware of those patterns because we rationalize it. We convince ourselves that we're doing it because we just want to have fun. But deep down, you're doing it because there's a hole inside of you that needs to be filled. You see, and the key to taking action is to simply be aware of your motivation. Simply be aware of the level of attachment you have of the interaction. And simply notice it. Because as soon as you notice yourself putting a lot of attachment to the interaction, you separate fact from fiction. You see, and guys are going to feel that. You're going to be less intense. You're going to be less needier. And how do you do this? You may be saying to yourself, how do I do this? You do this by simply shifting your awareness from your oh my god, I keep saying this shit, but what am I supposed to say? You simply shift your awareness from your thoughts to the sensation in your body. You want to get grounded. You want to feel your hand or feel your feet or feel any physical sensation in your body as you talk to the guy or as you talk to the girl. Who knows, right? So what does that do? That allows you to actually interact with the guy without putting in your own insecurity. That allows you to talk to the guy without talking to him through your own insecurities. And it allows you to talk while becoming aware of your inner and emotional state. You see, you're not allowing your mind to use you, but rather you are using your mind because you're grounded in the present moment, right? And so this is the only thing you got to do when you're talking to a guy. This is the only instructions. Notice yourself. Notice yourself trying to find happiness in God. For example, when you're talking to a guy, notice the thought of, please text me back, or I hope he likes me. Just notice the little whisper of trying to find happiness in him. When you receive a text message from a guy, notice your attachment to his response. Just simply notice the attachment to his response. Sorry, that's a client. I can't pick up right now. Just simply, and by the way, if you're my client, I'm still making my video. I'll call you in a couple minutes. So simply notice your desire. That's all you got to do. Because as soon as you do that, then you're going to say, holy shit, there it is. There it is. There's my neediness. Now, you're not going to push it away. Because if you push it away, you know what are you doing when you push it away? You're using a thought. Fuck that. I don't want to think about that. Let me not think about that. No, we're not playing fire with fire. Rather than pushing it away, what do? You shift your attention from the thought to the physical sensation. Feel your feet, feel your arm, or feel the whole body completely. Or feel your breath. Right? It's not it's not to panic, it's just to remain present and alert, right? And what does that do? That grounds you. And you'll slowly, and what you're gonna notice is that you're gonna have high intention but low attachment naturally, right? So your desire for the person is gonna be there, but the attachment for happiness is not gonna be there because you're grounded. You're not feeding that monster of trying to find happiness in people, you're starving it. And what arises from you starving it is what? Peace. Now, when you're at peace, you don't need anything. When you're at peace, you're fulfilled. When you're at peace, there's nothing that he can give you that can make you happy. And that's where it is. Where you know that where you say to yourself, there's nothing that you have that I want. No, there's nothing that you have that I need, but there are some things that I want. Right? Needing and wanting are two completely different things. You want the guy, but you don't need the guy. You love the guy, but you don't need the guy because you're at peace with yourself. So I know it's very metaphysical and very esoteric in nature, right? But that's all you have to do, motherfuckers. Now, if you guys struggle with that, you guys are like, oh, that's too esoteric. Is there another? Oh, look at my Kindle. Huh. Holy shit, I just noticed. This is coffee, by the way. I spilled coffee and I broke it many years ago. Let me see if it's still turned on. Okay. Yeah. So it's something else you could do is see them as a child. See the child in them. Treat them in your mind. Make believe that you're looking at a child, and your brain is naturally going to treat them not with disrespect, but with more looseness, with more relaxation. See what I'm saying? Anyways,
all right, ladies. So this is the course that all of you guys have been asking me for, and it's the psychological game of attraction. This is pretty much the course that will make any man beg to want to commit with you. This is the course that I wish, I'll be honest with you, if I was a woman, this is the kind of course that I want because it's a course that's specifically geared to help you understand how guys fall in love and how to do it in a systematic way that's almost predictable, right? So let me show you guys how this course is set up. By the way, there's a 30-day money back guaranteed on this course. So if you guys don't like it, you guys will get money back. Look, let me show you how it's done, right? So it's split up in a few sections. The first section is the introduction, obviously, what to expect from it. After that is I'm giving you an understanding of the psychology of attraction, right? Because you need to understand that dating is a game. You need to think strategically, that there are certain laws of human nature that you cannot break, and just a few things of why people love each other. It's very important to have a realistic expectation. After that, we go into the three phases of every relationship. They all go in these three phases, and these phases could overlap each other at times, right? The first phase is the pre-honeymoon period. It is when you first know the person, or it is when you're becoming acquaintance with the guy, or it is when you guys broke up and are back together, or it is when you guys had a long period of you guys not knowing each other and now you guys want to rekindle things. This works in any point of the relationship that you need to spark interest and curiosity. So these videos are specific for that. Specific to create curiosity, how to get to know the guy the right way, using your nonverbals, how to create a powerful reputation. It's truly powerful stuff. After that is the honeymoon period. This honeymoon period is how to get from curiosity to interest to creating a deep connection. So all of these videos are specifically geared to that. Not the 30, no. These specific videos are there for this phase, and this phase is any phase. You guys are having a good, happy moment. You guys just got back together, and now you feel that peak. You feel that happiness that you guys felt. That's what this is, right? So these videos are there for that, creating a lonely fantasy, the preemptive breakup, the triangle of love, using words to control these men. It's powerful stuff. After that is the post-honeymoon period, and again, is a short list of videos because these videos are there to solidify the connection that you already created. So if you just had an incredible moment, or you just came out of a vacation with a guy and everything went well, you better use this phase, because if you don't do this, he's gonna become disenchanted. It's just how it is. These are very specific videos, and if you and all you gotta do is just say, all right, where am I? I tell you where you guys are, and you just watch the video. It's pretty much like being coached by me. You got some bonus videos, stop being nice, dealing with the inevitable, how to deal with breakup, how to deal with getting over a dude. This is the how to overcome manipulation, identifying manipulation, deterring manipulation, defending yourself against manipulation, what to do if you're already in a manipulative relationship, and how to avoid them through detachment. It's pretty much an extremely succinct and laser focused course. Not one waste of motion. That's why I love it. And there's a 30-day money back guarantee if you guys don't like it. No questions asked, people. All right? And if you guys want to support this channel, this is how you support it. And I hope you guys enjoy this. All right. See you guys inside.